To get this out there, like, straight up, if you don't know X-Men is based on a true story, man, you've been in a rock your whole life, like under a rock hiding, or they just got you that programmed that you don't know that they, like, the Egyptians told y'all they put hieroglyphs of, like, bird heads on humans, like Osiris and fucking Ra, and, like, it's like fucking half animal, half human, like, literally, X-Men is real, like, blood types are different and people mutate. The mutation going on. X-Men is from a real story. And on another note, um, like if you notice, like magic really just means science. Like science is alchemy, is magic, same thing. Like in English, the English language is like spelling. Like we're like going to Hogwarts. When you go to kindergarten, you're going to Hogwarts, and before they cap you off from the universe, they're gonna teach you spelling. They're gonna teach you how to cast spells. Like you say, good morning. No, no negative. Good morning is not good. Morning is grieving. So as soon as you wake is a funeral. As soon as you wake in the morning, you say good morning. So you wake from a funeral and say good grieving. No, that's all magic. It has vibrations and sounds, and they don't tell us about this because grammar really came from grimoire. Grimoire means the book of spells. We're going to learn to cast spells. You know, and if you say nice, yeah, this is nice, you're just saying idiot. And if you vote, you're an idiot, because Freemasons have always chose who is elected, and they always will. But I think their chain has been broken recently because Donald Trump is obviously not smart enough to be a 33rd degree Freemason. And all presidents since George Washington have been Freemason 33rd degree. So I think the chain's been unbroke. But George Washington, we're an extension of Europe. Like the Queen of England wanted to make George Washington the King of America. And George Washington was a Freemason, so he had a good heart. He was like, no, I'm going to be the president, and I'm going to give everyone a chance to be the president. And we're not going to do the kingship here in America. We're going to do presidents and democracy, which means demon worship, which Greek, Greek means backwards. Democracy, which demon you going to worship? Like, it all goes back, and it's really evil. Like, our whole system is corrupt and based on evil. Like, chemtrails, like, they're really just particles of metal, and they shave them up into gel, and then we inhale it in our lungs, and then it goes in our bloodstream, and it calcifies us more, and caps us off from the universe. Like, we need to decalcify. The Bible wasn't lying. We truly need to fast, even off water, because water has calcium like a motherfucker. I'm not sure if that's the same calcification that your pineal gland has, but I know it has calcium, so beware. And, like, they forgot to do it to the dogs. Like, in English, they put dog and God. That's a palindrome almost. Like it's backwards of each other. Dog backwards is God. And dogs have pineal glands. I looked it up. So dogs are woke. Like I know they didn't fluoride the dog food. So all your dogs are woke. Our dogs can warn us if there's a demon spirit. Like literally they can help us so many ways. Like dogs are pretty close to God if you look in for like a human perspective. Like they're very bring us closer to God, help us like love and loyalty and all that. Like your dog will be more loyal than anyone will. Your dog will, I promise. And yeah, I'll hit you back if I get any more information. I'm trying to think, it's like some important shit to tell you. Like I have a lot of information I need to tell you guys. Like literally everything is not what it seems, and like the history is all fake. It's not true. Like they don't teach us about God. Like the whole church thing is a worship. Like you're worshiping your worship. You're on a worship, and look, you get the Sky Guide app on the iOS. It's not like Android has shitty shit. You gotta get the iPod apps. They have the best apps. Like definitely like, cause we're an extension of Europe. Like if you go to jail, your lawyer next to his name tag is gonna say ESQ. That means Esquire. That means he works directly for the Queen of England. That means he's a knight. If you go to jail and you have a court-appointed lawyer, or you hire a lawyer, you're hiring a knight of England, because we are an extension of Europe. The royal bloodline is all up in America. That's why all the skin is white. And I'm pretty sure it's AB blood, like Aryan Brotherhood blood, like AB, white blood. But it may be also type O negative, because I believe type O negative is reptilian or vampire blood too. Like I have O positive, so I'm like werewolf blood. I think werewolf for black people and Indians and Mexicans, and Chinese, like they're all black, but Genghis Khan, he was a werewolf, definitely not a vampire. But Caesar and all the white people, the royal bloodline, they're like vampire, reptilian type things, shapeshift. Like if you watch a lot of my rap videos, you see the half white in me. Like my eyes shapeshift like a motherfucker, just in the night videos. In the daylight, my eyes you can see crystal clear, they don't change. But in the night videos in the dark, you see my eyes, like this part right here, the dark round, because I have dark eyes and dark hair, you know, I'm melanated like a motherfucker. This is a black man. Like my skin is white, but my blood this is a black man's blood. That's why I talk like a nigga, because I ain't gonna talk with the slave master's tongue. I ain't no slave. I'm a free man. I'm a freemason. I'm not an esoteric, because freemasons only go to 33rd degree. Esoteric go to 96th degree. I'm a conscious mason, a Christ conscious mason. We're 360 degrees. And there can only be one on the planet at a time, so I'm pretty much like the Avatar. And there can't be another until I die. And reincarnation is real. Like I was telling you, the heart chakra has to be light as a feather when it's thrown in the life scales, or we get reincarnated. And you know what? We live the karma of our past life, so you better change the way you do things and how you treat people and how you treat this world and yourself and how you view things, because it's directly going to affect on your next life. Because I promise you, we are being misdirected in this 666 carbon matrix that Luciferian designed, and it's designed to keep us from the afterlife. That's why the Egyptians, you got to pay them respect, because they did mummification. They got their people ready for the afterlife, you know. The ancient Egyptians had airplanes too. So did the Atlanteans. We've had flight for a long time. That's why you see bumblebees in like the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. The buzz, they're trying to explain airplanes. Buzz, that's all they could explain airplanes was a buzz, you know. And they found geodes. They're like 10,000 years old with fucking spark plugs in them. And dinosaurs, I don't think they were here millions of years ago. I think it was sooner than that. I think like more like they were here the same time we were, and we just killed them all off like we do everything. Like, because in the books of the Bible, like God tells you that he gave domain to all of the fucking animals, and there was one called Behemoth. That was like a brontosaur, like the one off of Flintstones, you know, brontosaur. And anyways, the brontosaur, that was Behemoth. Like God made man could not freaking bind Behemoth. He could not tame Behemoth. He was not even close to the size to tame Behemoth. And like if you look at the structure of the Behemoth's neck, he's one of those long necks, you know, like Littlefoot off the dinosaur movie. But you know, as their neck bones go up, they get full of air and they get lighter and lighter. By the time they get to the skull, it's super light. And back then you can grow huge because the atmosphere was it was way farther out. Like our moon was obviously added recently. Like that moon, because our atmosphere went past where the moon was at. If we got 5-mile tree trunks wide diameter, 5-mile diameter, you know that tree was 100 miles tall. And the atmosphere is only like 30 miles from the ground. Like it's almost touching the ground. We're about to short out, you know what I'm saying? So like the atmosphere used to be way far, and I know space is water, like what Bruce Lee says, it's a river of water. That's what space really is. So like we don't need a spaceship, a rocket. No, we need a freaking submarine to travel. And I'm pretty sure that our atmosphere back in the day, our oxygen was way more pure, had way more oxygen. Everything lived be way taller and bigger. And when we cut the trees, you know, we just got the oxygen level lower and lower and lower, and we keep getting smaller and lower as a species. Like, we're almost killed off. Like, I think we're fucked to the point of no fucking return. Like, we can't unfuck ourselves. We're too far fucked. We fell for the fuckery time and time again, and that's why our skin's pale, because we're vibrating off of a frequency that's really low. And when you have a high frequency, you're like God level vibration, and that's like dark skin, that's like vitamin D melanation. Low vibration, you don't have no color, you're human, you're hue, color man, human, you know what I'm